So do I regret moving to the high desert of California? Okay, so I live in Victorville, California. That's located in the high desert of California. Okay, um, I was kind of thinking, what can I tell you and how can I be honest about how I really feel about moving here? Okay, again, I'm not making these videos to steer you into moving into Victorville or any of this area. Okay, I'm making these videos to give you information and information only. You verify all of the information and you get to make your final choice or decision. Okay, I'm going to tell you my story, and if I regret moving here to the high desert. Okay, and this is going to be the honest truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. I'll be as honest as I can and tell you the reason why I moved here. And maybe that's the reason why you're looking to move here too. And like always, this is why I'm making these videos, because I know it's a hard decision to have to move uplift and move your whole family, especially to an area that you know nothing about. Okay, I got a comment on one of my videos saying, oh, she doesn't even live in the high desert, doesn't even live in Victorville. Of course, I don't live in every area up here in the high desert. I only live in one area, but I go into the different areas. I show houses, I see different neighborhoods, and I'm telling you what I see and what I don't see, or I'm just being honest. Okay, there in no way do I fluff it or make it up or any of that. Okay, so I wanted to make this video to tell you if I regret moving here. So I'm gonna name this video if moving to Victorville, if it's a huge regret. Okay, and to tell you the truth, so I moved from Riverside to Victorville, and it was a hard decision to make, but I saw that there was an opportunity to move up to Victorville and purchase a cheaper property or move into a cheaper way of living. Okay, and was it a hard decision? Yeah, it was a hard decision, but sometimes in life you need to make these decisions, and it can affect the whole family, but sometimes you need to sit them down and explain to them why you're doing it. Okay, it's not that I wanted to displace my teenager while she was going to start her senior year. Okay, it's not because of that. Okay, but sometimes you have to go through life and make changes and stick to those changes. And a lot of people act like I don't understand when they come and we're showing them houses, or they're trying to sell their house, because I have a client actually right now that's trying to sell their house in Riverside and is moving to the high desert. Okay, but he knows he needs to lower the price of the property. We told him where he needs to be, and he's thinking that he's gonna get the price that he wants for the property. And I told him from the beginning, okay, but I understand it's his property. I can understand, and I told him, I know it's a hard decision to do. Okay,
so like I told my client, I can completely understand what you're going through. The process of having to sell somewhere where you've called home for such a long time. Okay, and I think that's why a lot of sellers price their home at a higher point, because they really don't want to sell. Okay, but I understand. Like I told him, I completely understand how he's feeling, what he's going through, and I do understand, because I've had to make that same decision myself. I had to sell my home and had to relocate. Not really wanting to do it, but I have, I like, hey, I have to do this. And a lot of people, I know they think, oh, they don't understand, or they don't know what I'm going through. I do understand, and I know what you're going through, and it's a hard decision. I know how hard of a decision it is to sell your house and having us move into a whole different place. And not only sell your house, move into a whole different place. Sell your house or buy a house and have the agent not tell you anything, what's going on. You never see the agent again. That's why I'm so responsive. A lot of people tell me, oh, like, are you really texting me back at 11 o'clock at night? If I'm awake, I'm going to text you back or email you back. If I'm not awake, I'm going to get back to you when I see the email or the text. But I try to be as responsive as I can. And then if I see that you have questions, I try to give you all the answers to your questions. And if you work with me, I'm not afraid to tell you. I don't know. Let me get back to you. I'll go find out, and then I'll come back to you, and then I'll let you know what I know from your question. I never just answer a question just to answer a question. I answer the question because I know the question, the answer to the question, and that's why I answer it. Okay, so I'm just giving you all of these examples because I understand where you're coming from in every step of the process. I understand how it is to be a first-time home buyer, not getting information, thinking that my agent didn't do much for me, never answered his texts, never got back to me. He was a part of a team, a big team, and I never heard from him again. I know how all of these stories go. And that's why I put myself in these situations. And I try to give you the information from that point of how I know how it feels to be in what you're going through. Okay? So I get it. So let me get back to why I wanted to do this video, to let you know if I regret moving into the high desert. And the answer is, I kind of regret it. I told you I was going to be honest. What I kind of regret is just that it's really cold here. Okay, I regret it. I really don't like it. I don't like that. It just gets really cold. So, and it's crazy because in Riverside, it gets cold as well, but it doesn't get as cold as it gets here in the high desert in Victorville. Okay, so I regret it because of that. And I know we didn't have such a great experience with the schooling here as well. Okay, so I do regret that. And then, we're having to commute a lot to go do things because the high desert is a lot farther down from things that you want to do, like go to the beach, go to Disneyland, go to Knott's, go to LA, go try other different kinds of restaurants. So I do regret all of that. But if I regret it moving here, I honestly, I don't regret it, because it's given me a lot more time to actually slow down and think about things. Because like I'm telling you, I feel like I have two different type of neighbors here. I have a neighbor that he has a goat in his yard. Okay, but they're the friendliest people. And he's very clean. I'm telling you, he has a dog shelter over there. He has a lot of dogs. But hey, I let him do. He does. I respect everybody, because I believe that you buy your property, you have a right to do what it is with your property that you see fit. That's my thing. Then I have another neighbor where they don't talk at all, and that's okay. You're gonna have different type of neighbors everywhere where you go and wherever you live. Okay, but this is my honest truth about moving up here to the high desert. Okay, so maybe it makes sense to you or maybe it doesn't, but I regret it in some points or in some areas, and I don't regret it in others, because the housing is cheaper here, and that's the whole reason why we moved here, was because of that. Okay, and you might be moving here because, I don't know, you probably got a job here. There's different reasons why you're gonna be moving to the high desert, or maybe you work in Rancho Cucamonga and you feel that you can get cheaper housing in Victorville. Okay, so you're still gonna have to commute. I mean, it's just a lot. There's a lot of different reasons why you're gonna have to move, or if you're going to move to the high desert, why you're doing it. Okay, there's people moving from LA moving down here to Victorville. People from Long Beach. I helped a buyer from Long Beach move here to Victorville. So they're coming from everywhere because it's all trying to find cheaper and okay, safe area for their families or for themselves to live in. Okay, so I haven't had nothing bad happen to us. I think only a package was removed from the front of the house, and that was it. But nothing like really bad has happened to us since we moved here. We've been pretty safe. And plus, it helps that the neighbors look out for each other. That's a big thing too. So, yeah, so that's my answer. Okay, so my answer is I kind of regret it in some areas, and I don't regret it in others. So I hope this answers a lot of questions for you. I hope so. Okay, it can answer some questions for you, and maybe it doesn't, but I'm doing my best to give you all the information that I can with my videos. And what's another thing I don't like to? I really can't have nothing green here because I really don't have time to water plants and stuff. But it gets super cold, so it's hard. It's hard for me to have like a green yard or some plants, because I don't have really that time to. I do have time to take care of them, but I don't know how to. Okay, so yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is Angelica Bonilla, a real estate agent with Excellence Real Estate in the HD with the Bonilla Group. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.